Alright dudes, so welcome back to a super quick video. This is a topic that I just had to cover. We just got some recent new images for tonight's episode of Dragon Ball Super. Now I for one am not about spoilers, but these are images that need to be talked about, and considering the episode is tonight, it's not really spoiling anything and we can't really depict too much from certain images, but there is one particular image that we need to talk about, which is possibly going to be explaining and finally giving us fans the origin story that we deserve. The origin of Jiren the Grey. Alright dudes, let's get into these images and talk about them. Okay dudes, so this is the official Dragon Ball Super Twitter page, and they've released images for tonight's episode, which they do on a weekly basis. They usually release a few images from tonight's episode or the episode that is about to come, and we've got some very interesting ones that I want to talk about with you all and give my thoughts on them and my reactions to them. Now I haven't really seen them yet, but I've seen one particular image that I think the community are kind of going a little bit crazy about right now, but let's get into it. Here we go. Here's the first image anyway. We have that iconic shot of Goku and Vegeta. Now we can actually see this shot in the preview for tonight's episode, but I like how this shot has, you know, it's got no writing on the screen. It's got a full beautiful HD look at both Vegeta and Goku, you know, going in on the attack against Jiren, which is really cool. But we can see here that Vegeta, he's in his ultra blue form. And what I want to highlight the most about this image is the fact that his aura is just something else to behold. I mean, look at that. It's absolutely incredible. If you look at it, it's got these little bits of sparkles going through it, which we've seen before, but it's so detailed. You mean, you have to appreciate the attention to detail that they have given Vegeta's character in this series, and especially in this particular shot right here. I mean, I love that new form of Vegeta's, and I think it's going to be something that a lot of people are going to admire for a very long time. It's an incredible looking form. It's so unique, and it's unique for Vegeta only, which is amazing as well. And then of course we have Super Saiyan Blue Goku, I mean a shot of Goku that we've seen many a times, and Goku in that form as well. But you can really see the difference between both of the forms. The color is different, the eyes are different, the aura is different, and everything else. It's absolutely incredible. Anyway, let's get to the next shot then. We have a shot of Jiren powering up. Now, one of the most unique things about Jiren is, of course, is his aura. Now, I've said that in my previous video today is about Jiren's aura having aura, which has aura around that aura. But this is kind of a different shot of his aura. It's kind of like like I said before, a burning inferno around Jiren. It's absolutely incredible. It really is something like flames around him, like a roaring fire around Jiren, and this is him powering up. This is not even him at his maximum. This is the beginning of his immense power up, which then disperses multiple different auras around his body. So this is Jiren's full power, something that we haven't seen yet. And like we've said so many times, all of us YouTubers or anybody else that likes to talk about Jiren, is the fact that we haven't really been given a story about Jiren, like what makes him so powerful and what drives him so much to be as strong as he is. So that will probably bring us to the next image, which is this one here, which has got the community talking about it like crazy. I mean, everybody's covering this topic right now, and that's why I said to myself, I too need to cover this. I want to get my thoughts out on it out there. But what we can see here, we have baby Jiren, and I'm just gonna say this right now, that is freaking adorable, bro. I never thought I'd see a grey alien look as freaking cute as that, but it seems in this shot here we have an actual, you know, blast to the past for Jiren. Something like a memory, perhaps, that he is going to have and share with us in tonight's episode of him being a little kid. And it looks like he's training as well. So, I don't know what kind of planet he came from or what his background is, but hopefully in this episode we're actually going to get that. And in this shot right here, we can see that baby Jiren, well, I think that's what we're all going to call him, he's kind of in raggedy clothes. I mean, he's not in the nicest clothes, so I don't think he comes from a world of riches, that is for sure. And I think maybe he was been forced into training at such a young age, because look at him, he's practically a little baby in this shot. And you can see him and he's training, like he's punching this kind of pillar that's wrapped around a rope, and I think I've seen that in so many different martial arts movies, these kind of training dummies, and he's punching it, and it looks like he's got a little bit of force behind that punch, and he's just a little baby. And also, as we can see, a little silhouette of people there below him as well. I don't know who these are, maybe that's his people, or something, I'm not entirely sure, but we have a whole slew of different people there, but they look like they're warriors. So I'm guessing JIREN comes from a warrior race, but comes from, we'll say, poverty. He comes from a world where, you know, riches is not a thing. Maybe his species or his race was ruled over by others of higher being, of higher riches, and they were forced into being warriors or becoming incredibly powerful at such a young age, which would explain a lot about JIREN's character. It would explain why he lacks a personality. It would explain why JIREN is so serious all the time and why is he so angry all the time, and would probably give him the reason to be as powerful as he is, considering he's been training ever since he was a kid, didn't have a choice in the matter, and just became stronger and stronger. And it's kind of his way of living now, is just training and getting stronger and stronger, and probably has been doing that for so freaking long. And you know, this image alone explains so much about his character, and it's just an image, you know, and this is something that I think all of us have been dying to see, and we're finally getting it, which is absolutely incredible. So thank you, Toei, thank you, Kira, and thank you everybody else involved in the origin, to finally answering our prayers and giving us the story that we need. You know, this powerhouse of a character, and what makes him so powerful, and what's his motive to save his universe. So I don't know what's happening here in this shot, dudes. All I know is that we've got baby JIREN. He's been training at a young age. We've got some people in there as well, and we've got a background of possibly his home planet. It looks very similar to Earth. I mean, we got green grass there. You got green trees in the background, although they look like circular trees, which is not something that you would see. We've got a little building in the back as well, which doesn't look too out of the ordinary either. But then again, I can't really say much about it, but we get something which is absolutely incredible, dudes. That's all I really have to say about this image. I am looking forward to, we're finally actually going to get an origin for JIREN, which is awesome, you know. Just bring it already. I can't wait to see that. We got another image that we can talk about as well, which is, of course, is 17. And like I said in my preview breakdown, I think 17 is going to give us everything in this next episode. I think he's going to sacrifice himself to save his comrades. And even with just this image alone, now guys, I can't stress it enough, an image tells 1,000 words, and that is the truth. But what we can see here is the shot of 17, you know, with the android barrier around him, and he's looking back, and he's got a smile on his face, kind of like that familiar scene that we get from so many different characters in the past of Dragon Ball. It's just like, yeah, this is it for me, guys, but you better, you know, save the universe after I do this for you all. Here's to ya, and I'll see you guys later. So I think this is him basically saying, look, I can save you, but I can't save myself, you know. So that's basically what we're getting from this shot. And I look forward to this episode because I think it's going to be an amazing 17 episode. But all in all, man, this is going to be so hype. I don't think there's any other images to look at. No, that's the last of it then, dudes. Alright guys, so there you have it. Those are the images for tonight's episode. So many different things are going to be happening in this episode, and I can't wait. Especially finally getting the origin story that we deserve for a character that has been dominant throughout this entire arc of Dragon Ball Super. We're finally gonna know why he's so powerful, where he comes from, what his motives are, and his planet and his universe. So, you know, like I said, one image tells so much, and from that image alone we can see that he was forced into training, that he comes from a poor background, and he's been training at such a young age, and which would explain why he's so powerful. Now, I know before any of you Goku fans say anything, well, Goku's been training for such a young age, you know. Yeah, that is true, but Goku chose to train. This is different because JIREN was literally forced into training at such a young age. He looked like a little baby there, and he looks like he was forced into it, and literally forced into doing excruciating training, and obviously becoming as powerful as he is. Now, I could be completely wrong here. I could be completely and utterly wrong, and JIREN wasn't forced into training. This was just him, you know, loving to fight, loving to train at such a young age, and it's a part of his race to train at such a young age. So I could be wrong there, but from what I get from this image, I think he was forced. So that's my predictions of it anyway. Anyway guys, that's all I had to say about it. That was my thoughts on it. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. I wasn't going to do a video after my previous one, but after seeing these images, I just had to cover it and give you guys my opinion on it. So tonight's episode is going to be amazing. and I can't freaking wait. Anyway guys, that does end this video here. If you want to be a part of my reaction tomorrow, it will be posted here on the channel for you guys to enjoy. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. And of course guys, I will see you all in my next video.